We are back 3 wide as we continue grading every single NFL draft based solely on college football 25. All right, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know how we're wrong because, well, two of the people on this panel are wrong, and we'll let you figure out which two of those are. Gentlemen, we go to the Buffalo Bills, defending AFC's champions. Josh Allen at the helm. They're looking to reload and maybe make a run at a Super Bowl. We start off in the first round, TD, and we got Maxwell Hairston. Now, you look at him. I'm going to go to user to break down the game, but Ty, you've got beef with the developers of college football 25 because this man ran the fastest 40 time at the combine at 4.28 and sitting here at 91 speed. What happened?
Yeah, Case Spade, Will Sykes. I don't know who's in charge over there at EA,
Does
but
Case Spade even work on this game?
This would have been the greatest value, steal of the draft, whatever you want to call it, at number 30. This guy ran a 4.28, and they listed him at 91 speed. He should be 95 speed. And then you look at the abilities: ball hawk, knockout, bouncer, gold house call. I mean, the 92 jump. He's 6'1", which is great size for a corner, both in Madden and in college as far as the video game goes. And 95 zone coverage. Are you freaking kidding me? If this guy's at 95 speed, he's the best pick in the draft value-wise. This is unbelievable. Still a great pick at 91 speed. But if they would have did what they're supposed to do and give him the 95 speed, the 4.28, man, this would be an unreal pick.
User, looking at his numbers, 95 zone coverage, 92 play rec. This is a cerebral corner who's going to really help this defense, especially if the Bills are running some more of that zone. Maxwell Hairston's going to be a big part, and not to mention how fast he is. His recovery is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I'm trying to read what's that platinum ability he has
bouncer.
at the bottom. Bouncer, yeah, it's platinum bouncer. So like Ty said, man, this pick right here, if he would have had his speed the way he ran at the combine, but who's to say he didn't pick up this speed during the
year? It's true. That's true.
We can't just start throwing our people over there at EA up under the bus.
Wait a second. Pot kettle. Let me ask you this, user, though. Height, we always talk about how important height is, especially for corners. 6'1" with 92 jumping. Yeah. That's got to be big, right?
Yeah, on the real, I think he's going to be one of the best cornerbacks that you have in Madden next year. He's 6'1", he has the speed. Somewhere, somehow, I feel like his speed is going to get updated. And you look, he has some abilities. So I think he's definitely a cornerback you got to look out for.
He's got to be somebody, Ty, that's going to make the Bills fun to play with next year, especially. The Bills are always fun to play with because you have got Josh Allen, but now you add in a speedy defender, and they add in on the defensive line. They go defensive tackle. This one might have gone off the rails. We talk about picks that aren't great in the rounds that they are. Well, this is a second-round pick, and this is TJ Sanders. He's not even the best defensive tackle on his team. He's an 85 overall with no abilities. TD, from the game perspective, this is a swing and a miss.
Yeah, this is a swing and a miss here in the second round. What stands out to me, seems more built like a defensive end. 6'4", 290, decent speed. I'm reading up on him here. It says he did line up at multiple spots at South Carolina. He had 8.5 sacks, so seems to me like a pass rusher. Let's see that power. Yeah, 90 power move. So this is a guy to me that you switch his position. If you're playing Dynasty, you switch him to D-end. When you're playing Madden, maybe you put him at D-end. You want to see the speed a little bit higher for D-end. But seems like a versatile guy, real life-wise. But as far as the game goes, 85 overall, no abilities. This is a reach here in the second round.
Yeah, user. Second-round pick, no abilities, only an 85 overall, not even the best player on his team at that position.
Yeah, the write-up sounds pretty good, but I don't care about what y'all writing up in real life. I care about the rating on the game, and this ain't it.
This is not the move. But shout out to South Carolina. We had to a team with very similar, by the way, color scheme. Fayetteville, Arkansas. We head to the Razorbacks for their third-round pick. And they go to the defensive line once again. Clearly, this was a priority for them to shore up this defensive line. And they pick up Landon Jackson. Now we're starting to cook a little bit, user, because you're talking about, again, platinum option disruptor, gold inside disruptor, silver outside disruptor, a pure disruptor. He's got some of the mentals, and 93 overall. If you talked about the second round being maybe a D plus pick, this feels like an A plus in the third round.
Oh, absolutely, because Landon Jackson, he's a baller, man. I played with him on this game before. He's pretty much the anchor
You're the Gouda that plays with Arkansas. Sorry.
He's the anchor of that defense. He's a disruptor. Like you see, he has platinum option disruptor, and you're going to see options all day when it comes to CFB. And so you understand he could be a guy. You're always seeing that Ravens-Bills matchup. Platinum option disruptor could be the reason they stole him in the third round.
Ty, here's what I love. This is a run stopper archetype. So you know he's going to have good block shed, 92. But he also comes in at 93 power move. So this is somebody at 6'7", 280, long arms on the edge, can swat down some of those passes, 88 jump. Landon Jackson feels like somebody who could be a corner piece of this defense.
100% and 97 play rec. So you know he's a smart guy. User mentioned the abilities. He has great mental abilities as well. And for me, real life-wise, this seems like a perfect fit in Sean McDermott's Buffalo Bills defense. Like he's just going to plug and play right away. You can pair him with the South Carolina guy. I think that's a nice little, combo there up front. I know they added some more to the defense as we get later in this draft, but this is a phenomenal pick, a real steal in the third round.
We head back to Big Blue Nation. They take Maxwell Harrison in the first round, and in the fourth round, they take Deonte Walker. Now, he is listed as a right end in the game, but when we look at him, he is not a right end. 6'6", 345, 93 overall user. Take a look at those abilities. Fourth round, again, another A-plus steal.
Another A-plus steal. Platinum grip breaker. And you look at all the gold abilities he has. To be able, this is what you expect to see. Even in the late round, still getting that 93 plus player, making sure you're getting the ability stacked. 2 A-plus picks back-to-back in the late round. I don't know who was doing the scouting in Kentucky because you see, like you said, once again, they're picking another player from Kentucky.
Yeah,
97 strength too. Ty, this is a DT. Put him at defensive tackle and let him run.
Yeah, I'm just confused on how they even have him listed as a right end. 345 pounds. This is a big boy. 6'6".
98 power move.
Wow, 98 power move, like 92 block shed. He's in
the weight room. He's on the bench press. He's doing his squats. A 98 power move. 95 play rec.
He's going to be a problem. I don't know who's in the division. I don't know who. He's going to be a problem for anybody in that division.
Tua, look out. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe Travion won't be able to run the ball on the Bills here with this guy.
Here's all I'm saying. If I'm Tua Tagovailoa, I am avoiding wherever. He's number 0. I don't know what number he's going to end up with the Bills, but I'd be avoiding wherever he is. We stay on the defensive side of the ball. Clearly, this was a key for Sean McDermott and this Bills team. They go cornerback, and they pick up Jordan Hancock out of the Ohio State University. And again, listen, no abilities, but TD. You're talking about a 5th-round pick. You're talking about a 91 change of direction. He's got the physicals, 95 excel, 92 agility, 93 speed, and an 87 overall. The raw numbers, this is another great pick for them.
This is another steal, and that's been the theme of this draft for the Bills. I know there's no abilities, but 87 overall, 93 speed, and 6'1". This is a guy, user,
94 jump at 6'1".
He will see your field all day long in Madden. When you're going through the depth charts and you're on the Bills here and you need a corner out there with speed and height, this is who you sub in when you're playing regs. Jordan Hancock is the perfect example.
And that was one of the things that the Bills on the video game, they lack.
Yeah.
They lack speed in the secondary. And you see with these picks, they was trying to show up some things.
Was this somebody, user, you would put at corner? Or is this somebody that you might user with in the middle of the field with that sort of speed, 6'1"? Or is this somebody again, he's got 87 man coverage, 80 press. Not the greatest press, but you could put out there on an island.
Yeah, you're going to have to put him in that nickelback slot. I think he's going to be a good nickelback slot for the Bills. You're going to be running that 3-3-5 odd, the 2-4-5 odd, or you can be running a nickel mug. This guy, when it comes to the Bills and the Madden, he'll be able to make some plays.
Or even if you're running dollar, send him on a blitz, DB fire off the edge too. You got a lot of ways you can use him.
And again, let's point out at Ohio State, he played a lot of nickel corner. So this is somebody who's used to that nickel slot corner look. We go to Georgia Tech for the 5th-round pick. Just 3 picks later, they go with the tight end out of Georgia Tech. They go with Jackson Hawes. Now, sure numbers. 79 overall, 79 speed. We're not looking at an A pick, but he does have a couple abilities that are clearly blocking abilities. Quick drop, gold quick drop, and silver second level. So user, this isn't even somebody that you're looking at from a weapon perspective. This is somebody you're looking at in the run game to help you block.
Absolutely. And if you're focused on getting a blocking tight end, you already know they have a receiver tight end with Dalton Kincaid.
Dalton
Yeah,
Kincaid and Dawson Knox both.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. And so you understand, hey, this guy has gold quick drop. You look at his stats, they said he didn't blow a block out of 384 total plays in 2004. So you got a sure hand blocker right there.
Did we get a little disrespect here, TD? I mean, you're talking about 73 run blocks, 67 pass blocks, 70 lead blocks,
Should be way
72
better
impact.
blocking. Like, he's kind of one of those, like, he's like your sixth offensive lineman, and I think is what you'll see with him in real life in a lot of sets, right? They want to come out, run the ball, protect Josh Allen, keep it balanced. You put in Jackson Hawes, 6-0 lineman basically, and you run the rock. So, it's a little bit of a stretch in the 5th round, but for his blocking, it's a good value pick for what they want to do.
Let's go to Blacksburg, Virginia. Shout out to Enter Sandman. Put it in the game. Put it in the game. Please, I'm begging you. Put it in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Virginia Tech, and we go to quarterback Dorian Strong. Now, you've got some abilities, but I take a look at a 92 overall. I mean, a senior 6'1", again user, another 6'1" corner. He's got gold ball hawk, 91 speed, 94 excel, and you're talking about a 6th round pick, another A+.
Another great steal for the Buffalo Bills right here. And they're just showing up that defense. Everyone's tall. Everyone has speed on them. They're going to be a problem to deal with on Madden and in that AFC North division. You look at these abilities, that gold ball hawk, one of the best abilities. He's one step away from platinum.
Nick, wait real quick. Stay on the speed because I have to point something out here. Go back to the speed.
Hold on. I'm going back.
This is a phenomenal value pick, but I just want to point out how disrespected Hairston was. Okay, what speed did Hairston have?
91.
They had the same exact speed. Guess what Dorian Strong's 40 time was?
4.4?
4.5.
Woof.
And Hairston ran a 4.28, and the game gave them the same exact speed. That is wild. But this is a nice value pick here in the 7th round for Dorian Strong. You get a guy with decent speed in the game, good abilities, good size.
90 press. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Now you talk about a safety, but this is somebody that somebody who's listed as a slot corner. 88 man, 90 press, 93 zone. I mean, could play in the slot at the nickel, could play on the outside with his speed and his height. This is a versatile pick for the Bills defense. Now we got to go to UConn. I don't know if we've gone to UConn at all in this series so far, but we're going to UConn and we're looking on the offensive line. Right tackle for the UConn Huskies, Chase Lunt. He's got ground and pound at bronze. He's an 85 overall. Again, we're looking at 7th round, so you're not looking for too much user, but 89 strength, 6'8", 305, good size.
To be able to pull him in the 6th round, this is what you're kind of used to seeing in the late rounds. He's 85 overall, and I think it's a plus when he has an ability in that late round, and so they get a check for that. I think that's still a positive play, a positive pick.
All 80s in this blocking metrics too, TD. Again, 7th round pick, 86 pass block, 85 run block, balanced blocker. Certainly somebody that feels like a depth piece for the Bills, but can help out when needed.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a good value pick here. It seems like they want to kind of shore up their run game in the offensive line, right? You draft the run blocking tight end. Now you go with the offensive lineman from UConn. I like the pick. I don't think it's terrible here in the 6th round. Good value. Again, the Bills, nice draft so far.
And we close things out in the 7th round with Caden Prather out of Maryland. I like turtles. Shout out to the Terrapins. 6'3", 210. Great size at wide receiver, TD. You're going to look at the speed. You're going to go 89. Ooh, that doesn't blow anyone away. But he's got layout and he's got double dip abilities. He is 6'3", 210. So he's, going to be a big frame wide receiver. I want to go over here. His all of his route runnings in the 80s. We like that, but this is what you care about with that guy. 89 catch and traffic, 90 spec, 90 release, 88 jump. Tight jump ball guy.
Yeah, and when you're trying to make a user catch on college football or Madden, this is a guy you plug in and play. He's an easy guy to click on, make that user catch. You always want those big body receivers to be able to do that. And then as far as real life goes, this is a pretty good value pick in the 7th round. 85 overall. You wish the speed was a little better, like we mentioned, but the ratings are there. The route running's pretty good. The spec catch, the jump, and then 6'3". That is something you can't really teach. And you always want these plus size receivers late in drafts if you can.
And by the way, you pair him up with Keon Coleman. You've got, 6'4" on one side, 6'3" on the other. Yeah, it's not going to be fun to defend. TD, a lot of options for how the Bills are always one of the biggest teams in terms of DFS with a guy like Josh Allen who adds both the running ability and the passing ability. He's always ends up being a top 3 quarterback for season long and on many weeks in DFS. But who do you got your eye on DFS-wise? This feels like the defense really picked up a lot of pieces.
Easily the defense. I think that stands out from this draft with adding all those corners. You add some of the D linemen we talked about. The guy from Kentucky was an absolute steal, Deion Walker. Like, that was unbelievable. This defense is going to be amazing, as they are every year. Josh Allen always. And I also think James Cook is a big winner here. They shored up the offensive line a little bit. They added a run-blocking tight end. I think James Cook is a great fantasy player. Again, he can catch the ball in the backfield as well. So I look for all those guys to be viable.
Boys, it's time to give out our grade. I'm going to start here because this is interesting because we just wrapped up with the New England Patriots, who were, I think, widely considered an A draft from the NFL scouts. But from the game, it was a very mid-draft. This one, I haven't heard a lot of talk about the Bills draft. But man, based on the game, to me, boys, I'm prepared to say it. This feels like an A draft. It is not an A+. It might be an A- to me, but there were not many picks that we sat there and we went, oh, this is okay. They had 3 or 4 late round steals. Maxwell Harrison, again, we're only grading based on the game, but is a good corner in the game, and I feel like we'll be better in Madden once they adjust that speed based on what he is. All 6'1", they did not get undersized corners out there. They drafted for need. Outside of the tight end, who's more of a blocking tight end anyways, User, this feels A- to me.
Yeah, I gave it an A. I gave it an A because, like you said, they had
User is
so
the
many
easiest
steals.
grader of all time. He's
They gave
letting
it
everyone pass, though.
Listen,
Ty would not have a
so
single
many
grade
steals.
above C, I would like to point out. Ty would be like, everybody's an F, you all stink. Get out of my class.
Look, I think if you love defense, this is the draft for you. This is if you a defensive specialist, this is the draft for you. I was between B+ and A- because there's not like the extreme sexy pick.
Oh, yeah,
But there's a lot of really, really, really
Are
good
you ready
picks.
to say the Browns got an A+? Can we just say it with 2 quarterbacks at 95, like 95 and 93 overall?
No A+. I gave them an A for a reason.
How do I kick out of call? Like, seriously, User, do you have any other co-hosts we can bring in? Because I'm done with the man bun. I'm done. I'm out. We're bringing in somebody else. This guy is the meanest grader of all time. User, we would never want Professor Davis, okay? We'd drop his class in the first 2 weeks.
I'm just trying to help them.
No,
I'm helping them
absolutely.
learn. They need to be able to learn before they can pass. You can't just let them walk free, easy like that.
I think this is safe to put him in the A tier, though. You add another team to the A tier. This draft, based on the game, really good abilities, great numbers. Shout out to the Bills. I think they got a lot better with a lot of these picks. As always, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you think and how we're right and or wrong as we continue making our way through all the NFL drafts going 3 wide.